I want to switch from a gun to a sword instantly. Done. The sprite changed, the cooldown changed, and the logic switched from shoot to swing. And the best part, I didn't add any sword node, nor any extra if-else check. Most beginners hardcode their logic or make a mess of nodes. That is unreadable. Today, we treat our weapons as resources, data-driven cartridges that you can plug into your player to change how they attack. Gun or sword, we use the exact same script. Now it is build it. First, we need to define what a weapon is. Create a new resource type, weaponResource.gd. We write variables to export the visuals and the statistics, that is the texture, damage and cooldown. The texture is the image or the sprite we show for our weapon. And cooldown is the gap between the consecutive attacks for this weapon. Now we create a path scene for the thing we spawn, for the bullet and the slash. And finally, a boolean to define whether the weapon is a ranged weapon or a melee weapon. Now go to your file system, right click and create a new weapon resource. Fill in all the variables along with the bullet scene. The bullet scene, for those who are asking, is a very simple one. Create an area 2D, give it the bullet sprite and just have it move forward indefinitely. Remember, this is only for the demo. You might want to have a more sophisticated logic for your bullet. Now for the player, create a node 2D called weapon holders. Add in the reference to our weapon resource. Add a can attack boolean. We will use this basically to shoot our weapon after the cooldown has expired. Now for the input logic is C click and have a weapon and our cooldown is ready, we attack. Now for the attack function, we first set the can shoot variable to false. Then we instantiate the projectile scene from our resource. If our weapon is a ranged one, we write the strategy to shoot a gun. Now a quick note for the architecture purist. Technically, a pure strategy pattern would put this logic inside the resource script. But in Godot, resources don't have easy access to the scene tree. So to keep this tutorial clean and avoid dependency injection hell, we are using a data-driven approach. The logic stays on the player, but the behavior is directed by the data. Now, anyway, for our fire ranged function, we just instantiate our bullet and just have it fire away. And we do similarly so for our melee function as well. Finally, we run a timer and wait for our cooldown to expire so as to enable the can attack variable again. And that is it, one function and multiple weapon types. Okay, now a quick note on how to integrate all of this. We have our player which has a node 2D running the weapon holder script under it, and we pass in the weapon resource to that script, and finally add in the dependent variables like the sprite and the muzzle, etc. Technically, you do not even need these two variables, you can just have them be there on runtime, but I kept it like this because for simplicity's sake. And yeah, that is it, the game works. Now if you want to connect Hitboxes and Hardboxes to these weapons, you might want to check this video out on the screen. And yeah, anyway, that is it for today. Do not forget to like and subscribe and comment to PCL Voice, and I will catch you guys the next time. Okay, bye.